Zoomer Radio, the original greatest hits. Carole King, of course, I Feel the Earth Move, 8 minutes after 9 o'clock. I'm going to have to just sit back for a minute because one of the two people who has just walked into the room makes me cry every time I see her, and I'll get into detail on that. But anyway.
She makes you cry?
Yes.
Come on, get into detail now.
Oh, my goodness. Well, let's welcome our friends from Come From Away, Lisa Horner and Jeff Madden. Hello.
Thank you very much.
Can I just want to fangirl for a second with Lisa, because Lisa, you will know as Beulah in the show, but who hasn't seen the IKEA commercial that says, "Start the car"? That is Lisa.
Yeah.
It is Lisa.
Yes, it is.
It's
Yeah.
iconic. That is iconic. Now, whenever I accidentally take something from a store, I race to the car and go, "Start the car." Did I say that out loud?
You just showed it yourself. Yeah, definitely. They know now.
Yeah, you're great.
All right.
Great.
So
How's the show going after all this time in Toronto? We just love Come From Away. The whole city just is crazy about it.
It's going incredibly well. Nobody would have thought, I think, that we could last 2 years and be virtually sold out nonstop, and we're still going, steamrolling really forward, and it's incredible. Like, I think we've done 740 something performances, and that's almost 750,000 people have seen the show.
we're kind of fond of that number around here, mind you. I mean, that's just the thing.
740, yeah. Wow.
Perfect.
That's the thing we do. Okay, so I just have to get this out of the way. Lisa, you make me cry because every time, and I've seen the show, I think it's either 5 times now or 6 times. You make me cry every time because of the moment where Hannah says to you that her son
Oh, don't say it though.
is gone.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's a the show because it's a group of true stories, and we have met everybody that we play. I play a combination of 2 different characters, Beulah Cooper and Diane Davis, and we've met them. We've become friends with them. We've stayed in their homes, and they treat us like family, and so I feel those things every time I'm out there. You feel the relationships, and we've known each other. A lot of us have worked together in the past. Jeff and I have known each other for almost 20 years, and I think that you develop these relationships, and the show just never gets dull or stale, or you just apply yourself to it because it's an unbelievable story.
The amazing thing from my perspective is that for you as an actor, there's that moment where you hear the news from Hannah,
Yes.
and you play it brilliantly because even if it's only for 2 or 3 seconds, you do nothing. But you do the nothing in a way that is just so perfect. And for me, it's not even so much Hannah saying that her son is gone. It's your reaction to it that as I'm sitting there in the crowd, I've seen you do it 6 times now, and every time you make me cry.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I mean, thank you. It's nice to make you cry. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. It's nice to know that it's reaching, and especially after 750 approximately performances, you really want to make sure that you're doing a real truth. You're doing, and also just doing justice to the story and what everybody was going through.
Okay, so Jeff, maybe speak to what is the difference between Come From Away and any other theater production? We love our theater productions. Cats is on right now, Anastasia is going to be, happening soon for us, and we love them all. But what is it about Come From Away that resonates on a deeper, more personal level than these other shows?
Yeah, that's a fascinating question because it's really hard to put your finger on exactly the reason. But I think it may have something to do with the fact that it is written by Canadians, about Canadians. And a lot of those other shows that you mentioned, they are written by foreigners. They're written by Brits or Americans, and they're about different groups of people. But I don't think anybody else could really tell this story. The writers went out to Newfoundland, and they spent time with people, and they just listened, and they recorded, and they made notes, and that is the script. It all virtually ended up in the script, and so it's a direct line to what these people were feeling and thinking and going through. And we have the privilege of telling that story as simply and directly and honestly to the audience every time. And it's magic. And I think also it kind of breaks rules, right? Like there's no, kick line, there's no jazz hands, there's no fancy, chandeliers or helicopters or whatever. Like it's just honest to goodness humanity, just coping and helping each other out and telling this really fascinating story, you know?
It's really appropriate that you're here on Giving Tuesday because, one of the reasons you're here is because you're changing locations again.
Yep.
But you're also here because you're giving back to the Daily Bread Food Bank. Tell us about that, Lisa, Jeff.
Well, on Saturday, we'll be at the Daily Bread Food Bank. They're having an event, and it's a kitchen party, so like a traditional Newfoundland kitchen party. And we'll be doing a few tunes, and it's actually sold out, which is amazing. But if you go to the Daily Bread Food Bank website, you can buy, if you make a $100 donation, you might be able to come see our dress rehearsal, which is happening on December 13th.
Yeah, Friday, December 13th.
Friday, December 13th.
2 in the afternoon.
At the same location?
At the Royal Alex.
At the Royal Alex, okay.
Yes, sorry, at the Royal Alex Theatre. So I'm heartily looking forward to that event because the kitchen parties are amazing. And the Daily Bread Food Bank is one of the most important things that we need out there right now. And I was reading that 1 in 7 families are vulnerable right now to needing Daily Bread Food Bank. And I just think it's an incredibly important thing to have happen, especially this time of year, which comes with such highs and lows for so many people, and hopefully it reduces stresses in families. So it's our pleasure to give back, for sure.
I love the thing that Jeff said about I don't know if Americans could have told the story the same way, because there is an American who tried to tell the story. That was, of course, Tom Brokaw. Sorry, pardon me, Tom Brokaw. If you've seen the show, you're dying right now. And I mean, it was the Brokaw story that I think opened the eyes of so many Americans to exactly what happened on 9/11 and the aftermath. Do you ever get the sense that you just, not to lean toward a particular headline, but do you just wish you could get all the politicians on the planet just to come and watch Come From Away once? You feel like I feel like that would change the world sometimes, don't you?
Oh, wow.
Kindness and empathy seems to be in short supply these days, and it's a lot easier seems to be to build up walls, and that is a habit that's out there. And I think that that's exactly what this show talks about, because it comes to at a fraught time in history where you have the opportunity to be better. And I think that everybody needs to take the opportunity to be better if they can be better. I think as an actor myself, participating in this show and seeing these people and everything they did has hopefully made me more aware and a better person, and lots to learn, lots of places to grow. But that's what I think the show has in spades.
I just want to interject. Neil and Jane and myself have seen Come From Away more than once, and Neil just saying that he wants as many people as possible to go and see it. We want you to go and see it, and so we have a pair of tickets that we would like to give away to you.
I have to run away and I have to call in and disguise my voice again.
And of course, the big thanks to our Mirvish family for this, but we would love you to enjoy Come From Away as we have.
Yeah, let's just grab caller number 7 right now, 416-360-0740.
And think about it as a Christmas gift. Mirvish.com, a pair of tickets to see Come From Away. Because as much as we've all seen it lots, some people haven't actually had the joy to discover it yet.
That's right.
My daughter saw it 3 times in the womb. She knows the Somewhere from the Middle of Nowhere song like the back of her hand. Like when she when she was like 3 months old and she would have a meltdown, we would sing her that song, and that song would calm her down.
Wow.
Because she had heard it 3 times in the womb, I'm assuming, is why.
Magic.
So, Lisa and Jeff, thank you both for coming. It's a pleasure to have you, and continued success with this unbelievable show. It's amazing.
Thank you
so much. Thank you.
All right. Let's get you Toronto traffic, which is, a lot less inspiring right now than Come From Away. I'll give you that. It's Toronto traffic with Stefan.
Good morning, folks. Heavy drive on our highways right around the city. Only one trouble spot, though.